Hi, I'm Tanya Farah, founder of Brazilian Butterfly. I started my first salon in Bridge Road, Richmond in 2002. My background in the industry started in '89 when I undertook a cosmetician diploma course. I was very young at the time but very interested in the beauty field. My first salon was a hair and beauty salon, and I opened that when I was quite young, and then moved on in 2002 to open up Brazilian Butterfly in Bridge Road in Richmond. Well, the business started off small. Basically, Scott was looking after the kids, so he became Mr. Mum and I was to join the workforce and bring home the bacon. And I decided that that would be doing my favourite thing, beauty therapy, and having my one store and just rocking along with some great clients and staying there. That was my plan. But while I was at work and doing what I do, they were at home and bottling the product that we'd developed, and they kept that side of things rolling while I was busy at work.
After launching Brazilian Butterfly, the demand for our services was well over what we ever expected. And along came our first franchisee, which was a perfect candidate for us to allow us to actually launch in the franchising world.
First franchisee, Amy Shakespeare from Knox, had a meeting with Scott and myself expressing how much she would love to have one of our shops. At the time, I didn't want to give that up. I felt, no, it's mine and it's Richmond and I'm not sure that I want to expand, but she was very, very persistent. She really wanted one, and in the end I gave in and I said, well, if anyone's going to do it, this lady's going to do it, so we might as well test it. We're looking to expand all the time, and hopefully out there you could potentially be our next franchisee.
A franchisee to us has to have strong passion. It's something Tun's always said, in training she can't teach passion. She can train someone to be a great franchisee, a great waxer, a great business owner, but passion is something that's got to come from within.
My husband and I bought Brazilian Butterfly Camberwell January 2011, and that's where our journey started. We had a news agency business and we sold out of that, and then we saw a Brazilian Butterfly for sale and it was Camberwell. It was making good profits. It was something that I was interested in as well. I think it's something that you have to be interested in and something that I could sort of get involved with. I didn't have a beauty background, my background was finance. The head office said they were quite willing to train me, and that after 4 to 5 weeks of training that I'd be able to basically run the business, and that's where our Camberwell journey started. We were pretty happy with how it was running and that we could see ourselves opening up a second store, and we sort of thought that would be 2 to 3 years down the track, and then sure enough, a year and probably 2 months later we opened up Brazilian Butterfly Templestowe. We decided that the time was right. We found the location that we were after. The location was really crying out for a Brazilian Butterfly. It was great because we got to design the salon exactly how we wanted it to be, as opposed to walking into one and it was already predetermined. It has been a challenge. I mean, obviously you start with a blank book. There's no one knows you're there. You have to really concentrate a lot of effort on marketing. And of course you have to be fabulous. Every time that client walks in the door for the first time, they really are gauging you as a brand new salon, and would they come back and are they going to recommend this to their friends. But I think with the Brazilian Butterfly brand behind you, we sort of got the response of, wow, thank goodness you're here. I've been travelling 20 minutes to go to the nearest Brazilian Butterfly and now you're in my backyard, fantastic.
Before I was a Brazilian Butterfly owner, I was a local pastor at the local church in my area. I had absolutely no experience in the beauty industry. I dabbled in hairdressing when I was 16. The training that Brazilian Butterfly gave me was really thorough in the hands-on experience of the Brazilian waxing and every normal day-to-day waxing. The first 6 months as a franchise owner have been phenomenal. I feel like we've gone through the roof statistically with the clientele base that we've built up, and repeat customers. Every 4 weeks we get rebookings and we're getting between 30 and 40 new people through the door every week. They're new clients, so it's been fantastic. The Brazilian Butterfly brand, I find out in the community, is a well-known brand. People trust the name. They trust the therapists in the brand. They won't go anywhere else, but if they're in the local area, they'll use that Brazilian Butterfly. If they're over in Carlton, they'll use that Brazilian Butterfly. If they work in the city, they'll go to the city. They don't care where they go as long as it's a Brazilian Butterfly. So I've found that we've got a really good trust in our name as far as the Brazilian wax goes.
The first time I came across Brazilian Butterfly I was a client in Carlton, and I just was amazed of the high standard of treatment and the atmosphere of the salon and the staff, and that's why I just thought I want to be part of this group. Well, if you've got a passion for waxing, it offers a really good lifestyle. If you've got children and want to be flexible time, I guess, it's a good company to work for. Yeah, happy to be part of this group.
Brazilian Butterfly is definitely no different to any other business. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Those who really drive their salons do very, very well, and they enjoy the experience. Sometimes it's quite difficult to tear yourself away. Sometimes it's hard to be away from the salon because the environment's enjoyable and the customers you really connect with, you form relationships.
Brazilian Butterfly has remained a strong brand and icon in the Australian beauty industry for a number of years now by sticking to its core beliefs. We're only interested in doing what we do and doing it well.
Everybody else has added to their services, so you've got people bringing in facials and all sorts of different treatments. We stay very true to what we're doing and very limited in that we do waxing, particularly Brazilian waxing. We do spray tanning and permanent hair reduction, so we're really true to what we've opened up to achieve, and we haven't felt the need to bring on other services. We cater for men and women. Everybody, I feel, feels really comfortable. It's just a very clean atmosphere, and we have our own product range, which we try to keep things as Brazilian Butterfly as we possibly can. And I believe that's what makes us different in the marketplace.